this spaghetti. It's called a midnight pasta. It is quick, it has got a kick, and it is delicious. And you can make it in like 10 minutes. That's coming up on the Last Minute Cook. Hi, I'm Deborah. You're watching the Last Minute Cook, where I share delicious recipes that are quick so that you can make dinner at the last minute and feel good about what you're serving. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and don't forget to ring that little bell so you'll be notified of my episodes as I post them. The recipes I bring you are quick and delicious. So come back and visit often for fun dinner ideas. Okay, today we are making this midnight pasta. It's a quick, get dinner on the table fast for hungry tummies, but it's so tasty. And this is for a little bit of spice with your pasta. I'm going to show you how you can control the level of spice as well, but let's talk about ingredients. We are going to be using spaghetti. That is, I've got it pre-cooked. It's al dente. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We are also going to be using what we call here in America pepperoni, which in Italian is really a salame con peperoncini, which is a spicy salami. But this little pepperoni, this guy right here, there's a lot more fun you can have with this than simply throwing it on pizza, which is very good on pizza, but we're gonna have a little different something for this guy today. And we're using about a half to a teaspoon of minced garlic, as well as a pinch or two of red pepper flakes. Okay, so this is a super quick, get it together meal. The spaghetti, I have pre-cooked it. Whatever your package directions are, like for this one was 8 minutes, cook it 1 minute less or so because you need it to be al dente. You don't want to overcook it. You want it slightly undercooked. We are starting with getting our pepperoni. We're going to bring all of the oils out. So I've got my pan nice and warm. And I just want to get these in here on a single layer. And we want to get these warmed up to bring out the oils. This is a really flavorful part of this pasta. We are not making a sauce. We are making a pasta dish that's going to be coated in this wonderful spicy flavors. We want these to cook a little bit. I want them to get a little bit cooked. Of course, you know, this is already, I mean, you could eat this right out of the package, but for this, you want them to have a minute to bring out their flavors, their oils, and, you know, the texture just to get a little bit more cooked for you. As they start to cook like that, and before it starts popping too much at you, then you get your oil in there, tablespoon or two, or a little bit more if you want, of olive oil. Mine's an extra virgin. Let the pepperoni infuse the flavors into this oil. And then we're going to add our garlic. We are not adding our red pepper flakes just yet. All right, the garlic has a tendency to burn easily, so baby that a little bit. Just kind of watch that. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil because I wanna make sure I have enough to coat my pasta when we're ready for it. Because we're not going for like a sauce, but you do want to make sure that you've got enough depending on how many people you're serving. Then we're going to add our red pepper flakes. Now, your red pepper flakes are going to determine whether this is a nice little, you know, spicy little dish or like flaming, get the fire extinguisher next to your mouth dish. And how you determine that is both the amount of red pepper flakes that you use, but also how long the red pepper is sauteing in your oil. So I'm going to go with maybe 2 very small pinches. Adjust this to your own taste, but just understand the longer you let these red pepper flakes saute in your oil, the spicier and hotter it gets. So this is a great way to make a homemade red pepper oil, pepper oil. You can use it on so many other things too, but this is just a great quick dish. The pepperoni is cooking nicely in there. You can see it's kind of like getting a little bit smaller. It's cooking down, which means all those wonderful oils are coming out and joining up with the olive oil and the garlic and those red pepper flakes. Okay, so once your everything's cooked for the length of time that you want. That red pepper and all of that's infused. We're gonna turn the heat up on the oil a little bit. We start to see it bubbling and can hear a little bit of a sizzle. We wanna get that pasta right on to it because this is what we call a saltare. We're using an al dente pasta so that it's gonna finish cooking in your oil. So I have, to keep this pasta from becoming like a block, there's a dribble of oil in here that I've stirred so that we can use it, but there we go. Pop that right on, you can hear that sizzle, and then get another scoop or two of this, and have your plate ready when you're doing this step because this is gonna be a quick, a saltare, it means jump. You wanna just basically get the pasta in there and have it coat and cook right there in your skillet and that hot oil, and that's why you wanna go with an al dente pasta, slightly undercooked. So that way it keeps its firm texture and it just takes on those flavors so beautifully. Okay, so I'm just gonna toss this and that's it. Just wanna make sure you're getting a little bit of all that oil in there. Get your plate ready. Okay, once you have plated this, I just wanna show you the red pepper flakes and the pepperoni that's in there. You can see the color of the pasta. It's even the little tinted color of the oil with all the flakes of the red pepper. And then we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of shaved or grated parmesan right on top. Serve it with salt and pepper if you like. And there it is. That takes the amount of time it takes just to get the spaghetti pasta boiled. This is ready for you. So it is so quick. Let's take a bite. Oh, and then also I have a even shorter version of this for you if you don't have time, but you're gonna have to wait 1 second because I'm gonna try this first. This is right off the skillet. It's gonna be hot. See how spicy this one is. That was maybe like a minute or so of two tiny pinches of the red pepper flakes. For us, this is perfect. It's spicy, but not so much that my kids can't eat it, but I can definitely taste the flavors of all of this infused in there. This is so good. So I definitely am serving this way, actually just a few minutes for my family. If you want it really spicy, just let those red pepper flakes simmer a little bit longer in that oil before you do your saltare with the pasta. This is so good. I can see why my husband enjoyed this back in Italy, where he's from, with his friends for a quick dish, because you can make this in such a short amount of time and keep the party going, you know? So, oh, the other shortcut, I promised. Okay, let's take a look at that. So if you don't have everything on hand and you want to just throw a fun pasta together for your family, you can put pepperoni on your aluminum foil on a baking sheet like this at 350 in your oven, 5, 7, 8 minutes max, and just watch them and let them go ahead and cook down and bring out the oils from them. So if you don't have red pepper flakes and garlic and all this on hand, then you can at least flavor up some spaghetti with a little bit of oil. Just toss that in there and put the pepperoni with their oils right into your serving dish, and you've got a quick dinner. And of course, I always recommend to kind of keep some Parmesan on hand for dishes like this. It's just such a great addition, but that is an even shorter shortcut to this midnight pasta. I hope that your family gets a chance to enjoy it. If you have a chance to make it, please let me know in the comments below, or if you have any other twists on dishes like this, these midnight dishes. And if you haven't done so, consider subscribing. And if you like this video, let me know by giving me that thumbs up. Just hit that little button. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Buon appetito.